Reading Challenge, Day 4, Advanced Vocabulary Focus. So thank you for joining me for Day 4 of our 7-day reading challenge. And today is a little bit different as we've shifted the vocabulary genre from a business vocabulary genre to now a more generic advanced vocabulary focus. So please remember, the goals are the same. Try to recognize vocabulary, see it in context, and become very familiar with how those words are commonly used in the English language. Let's get started. The renovation dilemma. Claire Thompson leaned against the doorway of the old library, staring at the cracked walls and sagging shelves. As the town's cultural coordinator, she had promised to restore the library to its former glory. It was a promise she was determined to keep, no matter how daunting the task. Her contractor, Joe, arrived 10 minutes late, looking disheveled. "Sorry for the delay," he said, inarticulate as always. He waved vaguely at the building. "This place is a mess, huh?" Claire tried to hide her frustration. Joe's work had been inconsistent, and his excuses were growing tiresome. "We don't have time for delays," she said firmly. "The town is counting on us, and we're already behind schedule." Joe shrugged. "I'll get to it, but some of your requests are, well, kind of unrealistic. You want new wiring, but the walls are ancient." Claire sighed. She knew some of her ideas were ambitious, but she needed solutions, not complaints. "Figure it out, Joe. That's why I hired you." Over the next few weeks, progress was slow. Joe's team worked in fits and starts, often leaving the site messy and inaccessible to other workers. When Claire inspected the work, she found errors that were inexcusable. The wiring had been installed inappropriately, and some walls were left half finished. "This is indefensible," Claire told Joe during a tense meeting. "We can't keep wasting time and resources." Joe bristled. "Look, I'm doing the best I can. If you think you can do better, hire someone else." Claire was tempted to fire him, but she knew replacing him at this stage would be inconvenient and might set the project back even further. Instead, she decided to take a more hands-on approach, overseeing the work daily and addressing issues incrementally. Claire's indefatigable drive to finish the project began to pay off. She took charge in a way that no one had expected, ensuring every detail was up to standard and pushing the work forward despite the setbacks. There were moments when her frustration boiled over, especially when Joe disregarded her concerns or came up with flimsy excuses for delays. In those moments, the setbacks seemed inconsequential in the grand scheme, but Claire knew she couldn't let them snowball. During one particularly heated meeting, Joe made an offhand comment about the schedule that Claire found deeply unprofessional. That kind of indiscretion could cost us the whole project, she warned him. I need you to take this seriously. Finally, after months of hard work, the library was finished. The grand reopening was a huge success, with townspeople marveling at the transformation. Claire stood near the door, listening to their praise. Claire, an elderly man said, shaking her hand, you've given this town something special. We all owe you a debt of gratitude. She smiled, feeling a mix of pride and relief. The road to the reopening had been inconvenient and fraught with challenges, but Claire had proven that persistence and leadership could overcome even the most frustrating obstacles. You made it to the end of the text. Wonderful. Congratulations. Join me for a Day 5 challenge story tomorrow. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the channel if you feel these reading stories are helping you improve your English. Thank you for joining Vibing with Vocab, and let's read another story tomorrow.